This is clearly not going to work in one video. SEGA! NT1138 here, and this is my Friday pickup video. I won't bore you guys with the details, but I want to tell you so you'll understand why my speech is slurred and why I keep getting lost in my own thoughts. Shot this video 5 times now. This is number 6. The last time, on the 4th attempt, I actually started rendering it, went to bed, got about 2 hours of sleep, woke up for work. My plan was to take the rendered video and upload it to YouTube. The render failed, the program froze, and not only did I lose all the edits I made, I lost the last save, so I couldn't do anything with it. And I'm just going to record the video over because I can make it shorter and then not edit it, and life will be great, or do very little editing. Now, as you saw in that clip at the beginning, that I'm going to put at the beginning, and hopefully it will work when I edit it in there this time, I planned to do this as one giant pickup video. I had everything set up there on the table, on the couches next to me, on another table, underneath the table, everywhere. And I planned on doing the giant pickup video right up to the point that I started to push that first pile out of the way. And then I realized this is not going to work. So I'm going to do 3 different videos. The first one is going to be Sega hardware. The second one will be Genesis-related games, Genesis 32X and Sega CD. And the third one will be, games for all the other systems, which is actually going to be a shorter video than the second one. But I'm doing it last because I have a package coming from a friend on YouTube that I would really like to incorporate into that, and hopefully it'll be here by then. Now, before I do the hardware, you will see that I have a package that I'm going to show you. Hopefully it'll be in the title. And it is not Sega related, but I wanted to get it on here because I got it today, and it's for the Neo Geo AES, which I consider a Genesis on steroids anyway, so it kind of works. Okay, now, the YouTuber that sent this to me had watched the video that I did where I got the AES, the Neo Geo AES from Luke Morse 1, and he sent me a PM on YouTube saying, "Hey Ed, I have these 2 AES games that are just collecting dust. Would you like to have them?" I said, "Of course I would like to have them. What do you want in return?" He said, "Nothing." And that is usually a problem for me because I'm really weird about accepting gifts. I mean, even in my personal life, it's weird for me to accept gifts. So if you watch the Michael B. the Game Genie package video, you saw that I had some trouble with that. But like Michael B. the Game Genie, he said, "No, seriously, Ed, these things are just sitting here. I don't have my AES anymore. I don't want to sell them. They're just collecting dust and taking up space, and I would much rather see them go to somebody that would enjoy them." So I said yes. I mean, I understand what it's like to want to give something to somebody for that reason. I've given lots of things to people on YouTube, channels with more subscribers than me, channels with less, it doesn't matter, and I don't expect to get anything in return. So knowing what it's like to give something to somebody and see them enjoy it when it's just collecting dust in your room, I said yes. And hey, I got stuff for free, so it's not all bad, right? The first game he sent me is one that I told him I already had, and I actually have it loose here. Luke Morse 1 sent it to me. I wish I'd asked for a different game now. And it's actually being shipped to me in the case, so I will have 3 copies of this, but still, thank you very much. It is Samurai Spirits, and it is complete in here. I'll show you. And the manual is kind of weird because it looks like a Neo Geo CD manual, but when I opened it up, it is actually for the AES. This is the Japanese cart. And the other game he sent me is the one that I was excited to get because I do not have this, nor do I have it being shipped to me as we speak. It is Sengoku. And I'll show you all 3 sides of this one. And what makes this one interesting is it's the first American cart that I have. So that is cool. It is also complete. And here is the manual. The manual is actually still sealed. And there is the giant cartridge. Now, I would have probably been far more likely to say no to accepting this had I known how much it was worth. I did not know ahead of time, but I looked it up on eBay, and this is a fairly valuable complete game. Not one of the most valuable, but still worth more than any of the other ones I've got. So, the person that sent this to me is Ken6275. Well, actually, he's Ken. His channel name is Ken6275, and pardon me. I swear there's crack in this stuff. Yeah, Ken6275. Now, I've been really lax at checking out channels of the people that subscribe to me lately. I'm just so busy, and it takes a lot of time, and I haven't even had time to answer the comments on my own videos or even post my own videos here recently. So I've sort of been letting that slide, and I apologize to those of you that have subscribed to me recently. That's not the type of person I am. But I went and checked out Ken's channel, and I've heard about him from a couple of other YouTubers that I'm subscribed to, and I'm surprised that I didn't go check out his channel sooner. I genuinely like the stuff that he does. And I'm not just saying that because he gave me free stuff, although the free stuff was cool. Thank you, Ken. Alright, I'll just tell you a couple of things. He's only got 22 videos on there. He's been on here since September, which is about a month after me, and he has a cool game room. It's a bedroom game room, like a lot of people, but the setup is simple, but it's cool. And there's one particular thing in the room that is just fantastic. So if you walk in the room, to the left you've got a CRT television with some older systems. Next to that you've got an entertainment stand with about a dozen different systems on it and like a 32 or 37-inch LCD, and then his computer. To the right of the door you have a set of shelves with all his games on it set up really nice. It looks good. Then you've got his queen-size bed, and then right next to the queen-size bed on the opposite side of the room is a Neo Geo MVS 6-slot cabinet. God, that would give me sweet dreams to have that next to my bed. Who wouldn't want that there? It is the ultimate man's bedroom. It is fantastic. Now, the other thing that he has that is really cool, he's turned his garage into an arcade repair shop. Out there, he's got another Neo Geo MVS cabinet that he's changing into a Hyper Neo Geo 64 cab. He's got a couple of other cabinets. And what I really like about his videos is that he's kind of like me in the fact that he is not afraid to tear something apart and figure out how to fix it without actually knowing what he's doing. In one of his videos, he actually said he was going to watch one of Luke Morse 1's videos to learn how to do something, and I can really appreciate what he's talking about when he says that sort of thing. So, I don't know, I really identify with him. So, check out Ken62, I said so a lot there. Check out Ken6275's channel, not just because he sent me free stuff, although that was a bonus for me, because if you like arcade videos, or if you like repair videos, or if you just like people showing the stuff that they've got and talking about it, I think you'll probably like his channel. I don't know. I identify with him personally, so I might be biased. And he sent me free stuff. Did I say he sent me free stuff? Ken6275. His channel will be linked down below. Now, on to the hardware. Everything that I'm going to show you in my videos is stuff that I'm actually going to keep in my personal collection, except for a few things, and they're all hardware. So that is why I wanted to do this video first. First thing I'm going to show you is this here. This is a SEGA Game Gear, and it came in this nifty little pouch. Now the reason I am showing you this is because I got the Game Gear itself for $4, and it is a nice looking Game Gear cosmetically. It's got both battery covers, which seems to be hard to find, and the screen is got some scratches on it. It actually looks worse in the camera than it does in person. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. And honestly, I've got a working Game Gear, so the chances of me spending $30 on capacitors to replace all 19 on here are pretty slim, at least until my other one dies. This will probably just sit in the case and look nice on a shelf somewhere. I didn't know it didn't work until I got it home, obviously, but for $4 I was willing to take a chance. Now, I'm showing it to you because it had a bonus game that I didn't know about until I got it home, Aladdin, and I don't already own this game, so, hey, I got a game out of the deal. Kind of sucks that you had to pay $4 to get a game, but I don't know, I guess you got the case too. Something else that I'm not going to keep in my collection, I'm actually giving it to another YouTuber, is this here. This is a SEGA CD, and this one works. Now, the reason I'm showing you this one is because my first attempt to get one for them was this here. And I bought them both on eBay. This one was listed as working, 100% working. Well, the guy shipped it to me in this Disney something or other box that was barely big enough for it to fit in. It was so tight that it actually bowed in the middle. And he didn't put any packing material in this. So by the time it got to me, obviously, it didn't work. I contacted him. I said, look, dude, this really sucks. I was getting this for somebody else, and it doesn't work. He gave me all my money back. So this was free. I will take the Genesis and put it on the working SEGA CD unit and ship it out to my fellow YouTuber. This has actually been in another video. This is the one that I said I couldn't get working. I've tried a couple of things. I haven't given up on it yet. I will get this working. So I will have a free Sega CD when I do. Okay, let me set this off to the side, try not to break anything. Then I have this bag here, and this all came as a kit. It didn't come as a kit, it came together. That's why I'm going to show it to you. And I'm showing this to you because, again, there are a couple of items in here I'm going to keep. Let's see, we'll just take it out in order here. There is a Sega Light Phaser and a couple of Master System controllers. I think you can see where this is headed, but it might be a twist on it. And then here is a Sega Master System control stick, that backwards little joystick. That is something I'm going to keep, so I'm going to put that there for a second, and so is that. Then in here is a Sega Genesis, Model 1 high definition graphics, and a power base converter. Now, I will obviously not be keeping these. This has already been promised to a fellow YouTuber, and this will be paired up with the games that came with it. It came with 10 different games. A couple of them I'm giving to the guy that's getting the Sega CD, and then the rest of them will be paired up with this, and it'll be sold off, and I'll make the money back and then some. The reason I purchased this is because it had two items that I wanted to own. And I paid less for all of this than the two items that I wanted to own cost all by themselves. And those two, well, not all by themselves, but it would have cost me more to buy these two items separate. You know what I'm trying to say. The first one is this here. It is a 3-button fight stick for the Sega Genesis, and I wanted this because of how well it is constructed. It is not, unfortunately, a micro switch joystick, but the buttons feel really good, and the joystick feels really good, and the thing weighs a ton for something this size. It is very, very well constructed, and I wanted one of these. So that was one of the things I wanted to get out of there. Well, I'll put it in the bag here. The other thing I wanted to get is something I saw on Stig's Game Room, one of his videos. It is a high-frequency 6-button gamepad for the Sega Genesis. Now, what I like about this is it's a 6-button gamepad, and it is shaped roughly like the 3-button Genesis gamepad. So it's bigger. It fits my hands better. I've wanted one of these ever since I saw that. This was the other reason that I bought that lot, even though I'm not going to keep most of it. So, I don't know. I don't see how it can hurt to get a couple of things you want and then make double or triple, actually, your money back on it. How is that a bad thing? Alright, a couple more quick pieces of hardware here. I picked these up for a fellow YouTuber, and then, of course, he ended up getting his own, so he doesn't need them anymore. And I guess I'll keep them. They came in these little bags here. They are brand new. I got them for $1 a piece, and they are the Super Pad 8 for the Sega Saturn. Not a bad little thing. They feel kind of light, you know. They don't feel real quality made, but the buttons and the D-pad feel really good on here. They are essentially brand new. I don't know if you can see on there. I don't think these have ever been used. They were $1 a piece. They were marked $2.99 on there, but then they had like little stickers on them that said $1. So I got those, and then I got another Sega Saturn control. Well, it's this. It is a boxed Virtua Stick, and this is another one. I'm not going to open it this time, but if you open this up, it's still in the plastic. It still has the brand new smell to it. The only problem with the box is this crease here. I don't know if you can see that. I put that crease there because the thing has been sitting here for 4 months, and I smashed my chair into it once. So, yeah, very cool. That was $4 at the Goodwill in Streetsboro, Ohio. These I actually got in the same day, and these were in Streetsboro, Ohio as well, but they were at the what the heck is it called? The Thrift Superstore or something like that. All right, now, at the Exchange in Belden Village, which is in Canton, Ohio, there has been some collector or the son of a collector, and his dad died and he's trading in his collection, has been trading in tons of box systems in brand new condition. And then the Exchange is turning around and selling them in some cases for 25% of what they would go for on eBay or in a video game store. So I'm assuming they're doing that because they had so much. And this guy brought it in over a span of about 3 weeks, trading this stuff in. Treetall 3, who I talked about a couple of weeks ago, I bumped into him at the Exchange, almost. And he has bought a couple of things that I really wanted. I think I managed to slide at least one thing out from under him, although I'm sure he got the better end of the deal. In any case, I got some things that I wanted. Also, when I was in there buying these things that I'm about to show you, I saw these things sitting behind a counter and asked him if he had the system for me. He said no. I said, can I have them? He said yes. So for free, he gave me a Genesis Model 2 instruction manual and a Sega CD Model 2 instruction manual. Okay. Before I show you what I got, my friend Eldon shot a video of some of the stuff, and this is a very small portion of what they had. But I asked him to shoot a video. He did. It's on his iPhone, so it's going to be like squished, but you'll see it in a second here. If it works. Here you go. Wow, you got a steady hand. Okay, now like I said, the systems that I have here were not in that. Well, one of them was, but they were not in that picture. I'm going to start off by showing you this first thing. It is a Model 2 Genesis. And I don't know if you can tell, but the box is pristine. It is showroom new looking. And I have a box Genesis Model 1, although it is Canadian, so it's got French on it too. But I don't have a Model 2, and I've been wanting to get one for a long time, and I've never seen them for a good price in good condition. Well, this was in good condition, and it was a very good price. So that's the first thing. The second thing I got was this here, a Sega 32X. Again, the box, I don't know if you can tell, but is in brand new condition. And I swear to God, when you open these up, the things are pristine. I don't think the guy ever played the things. So, yeah, essentially they're new. They're not sealed, unfortunately, but for the price that I paid for them, I am cool with them not being sealed. Heck, I'm thrilled to death for the price that I got them. And this last thing, I have a Genesis Model 1 in a box. I now have a Genesis Model 2 in a box. So, of course, I needed a Genesis Model 3 in the box. And this one's got a little bit of damage in a couple of places. You can see that there, and then there's some tape on this side. But other than that, this thing is great. It is complete in here. It does have the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 game in there. So, yeah, 3 complete, almost perfect boxed systems in this collection. And he's got a couple more there that I want. I want a Master System Model 2 in the box, and I want a Model 1 and Model 2 Sega CD in the box to complete my collection, but I can't buy everything. But I'm very happy with what I got here. So, I believe, let me see here, is that all my pickups? God, it's all my pickups, and I did it 5 minutes shorter, and I'm going to do very little editing in this. So, thank you very much. Look for part 2 next week. Check out Ken6275, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next week. It's so late. God, I look like crap. I look like OldSkoolBrian when he forgets to shave for an hour or two. And I got a scar here from a zit that was so big it would make Edward James almost self-conscious.